Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back once more to Purple Shirt Ninja. I apologize for being missing in action last week. That was due to a long and complicated series of events into which I do not care to get. Now, onto the topic of today's video, which is Rosianna's lady survey. She does one of these every year, and I'm just gonna do them. I did one last year when I was part of Project 12.5 or whatever, and it was kind of now I'm doing it on this channel because I feel like it. Let us begin. Question number 1, which is actually 3 questions in one anyway. Do you believe that women on the internet have a harder time than men? Why? And is it helpful or harmful to acknowledge this? I apologize for the accent. I don't know why I always do a fake accent. Anyway. I don't know, maybe it's just part of me performing. But yes. Blatantly, women have a harder time on the internet, especially in media like YouTube, where their image actually appears because societal pressure on women is stronger than societal pressure on men, which is stupid. It really, there shouldn't be that sort of inequality in social pressure, let alone any sort of other inequality, because that's just dumb. Is it helpful or harmful to acknowledge this? Now, on this I'm going to take the stance that ignorance of a problem inherently worsens the problem. Because if people don't realize that there's a problem, they can't attempt to fix it. So yes, it is helpful to acknowledge that women have a harder time on the internet, if and only if you actually act on the realization that they do. Because if you don't act on that realization, it doesn't help to realize it. It doesn't hurt to realize it, but it also doesn't help. In which case, we still have a problem. Okay, question 2. I don't need to hold up two hands. Why am I doing that? What? Question number 2. What is the most helpful, anything you've seen this year about women? This is a really vague question. I'm not exactly sure how to answer it. Let's see. Honestly, I haven't seen a whole heck of a lot, so I can't exactly pick any one thing, but I could say that in general, what's been more helpful hasn't been works of literature or works of art or, film or anything like that. What's more helpful is actual personal stories. Things like, the Lacey Green incident. I think it's Lacey Green. Yeah, it was Lacey Green. That was kind of like an eye-opener for me. Before that, I didn't really notice the issue, and then I actually kind of looked at the issue and was like, oh shit, that's a problem. We should probably get on that. Also, I apologize for any and all swear words. I'm off my medication right now due to another long and complicated series of events into which I do not care to get. So my inhibitions are significantly lowered, so I apologize for that. Question number 3. Do you think a focus on supportive networks is helpful or harmful to the situation? I don't know, I'm not a sociologist. Frankly, a focus on supportive groups isn't what I think is the best route. What I would suggest is the best route, and bear in mind that I'm no expert on the situation at all, so you really shouldn't be taking me at my word for any of this, is a full change in societal worldview, which is nigh impossible. But it's the best possible solution, is if people actually realize that there's a problem and actively tune their minds to react to the problem, we can finally fix the problem. But everyone needs to get in on it. The more people we have in on the situation, the more pressure we have on other people. And I know peer pressure is generally considered a bad thing, but in this situation, if you peer pressuring people in the right way, isn't it a good thing? Right? Am I completely wrong about that? Is peer pressure always bad? Anyway. Question number 4. What have you done for the situation? Are things better now than they were a year ago? And what do I pledge to do in the coming year? Okay, part 1. What have I done to help the situation? I haven't been an asshole, which is better than a lot of people, surprisingly. Also, I have actively called attention to the situation on multiple occasions, which has gotten me a few weird looks. But I have done it. Right. Are things better now than they were a year ago? I am physically incapable of answering that question. It's just not possible. I don't know. I can't gauge from here in my dorm room how the situation for women on the internet is. I'd like to think that it's better, but at the same time, the cynic in me is like, it's probably like 10 times worse and you're just not noticing because you're blissfully ignorant. So I'm gonna go with on that one. And lastly, what do I pledge to do to help the situation? And the answer to that is, if I can help, I will. I mean, yeah, I can't actively do all that much to help because, once again, I'm a 19-year-old kid in this college dorm room wearing a purple shirt talking to a camera. What am I actually capable of doing? The answer to that question is both A, not much, and B, a lot. Because I'm talking about this, and talking about the problem is second to acknowledging the problem, is the second step right after acknowledging that the problem exists, to fixing the problem. Right, and number 5, who are your top 5 favorite female internet people? In no particular order, let's see, there's Kaylee Hyde, because she's awesome, there's Felicia Day, who is also awesome, Hannah Hart is fantastic, does Allison Scagliotti count? I think she counts more as a TV person. Grace Helbig is there. Sarah Ellen, who my friend Chris mentioned in his video, actually, she is awesome. We actually apparently live really close to each other when we're not at college. It's actually kind of scary. Anyway, that is the ladies' survey. I'm not going to edit this video, and I apologize for that, but I really need to upload it so I can do things that are important for school. Thank you for watching.